Roblox is scamming people, this Roblox player might hack you, and more insane news today. So if you're new, please subscribe and let's get right into it. Alright, first, there's a pretty interesting new Roblox update coming soon. So recently, Roblox added the feature to some accounts where they have the ability to add items to the cart. And how it works is if you want to buy a bunch of items at once, you don't have to go and individually buy every single one anymore. You can just add all of them to a cart and then check them all out at once, which is honestly pretty cool and a pretty useful feature. Because I know a lot of people usually buy like whole avatars and stuff, and it's annoying to go through every single item, like buying the hat and then buying the shirt. And now you can just do it all at once. And you can probably use this feature for other stuff, just like if you see an item that you don't have enough Robux for, you can add it to the cart, and then when you have enough Robux to buy it, you can just go to your cart and then the item will be right there. So in general, very useful and a very good feature. And this update has just started rolling out, so not everyone has this ability just yet. Over like I guess the next few months, they're going to slowly give it out to more people. And if you guys remember, actually some of you might have already seen this before, because a while ago now, Roblox was actually testing this once again with other accounts, where you would actually give this feature like a long time ago to mobile users, I think it was, or just random users. But now it seems like they're actually like fully working on a release, and it should hopefully be officially releasing over time slowly in the next like few months or whatever, or maybe even quicker. Yeah, look, from what I was just saying, this person said they had this option from like a year ago, and if you read the comments, so many people are saying that they had this update years ago. The Roblox has been experimenting and testing this feature for a long time now. It's nothing like technically new, but now it should be actually like officially rolling out. If anyone had it before, it was just like a test feature where they gave it to random accounts. Pretty good update nonetheless though, and this should hopefully make everything just simpler. But anyways, with that being said, let's move to Roblox being more messed up in usual Roblox fashion. So recently there's been a really big glitch going around where for some reason, Roblox actually deletes like items from people's inventory and it just doesn't pop up. They don't officially delete it, like you still have the item technically, but if you go to your inventory, it just doesn't pop up. And this glitch has actually been going on for a while now. I think like a few months or like almost the entire year. And if you go to like the Roblox TikTok a while ago, a lot of people noticed that in the comments, people are talking about the exact same thing. A lot of people are commenting like, give me my inventory back, why is my inventory missing, Roblox, I want a refund, and a bunch of stuff like that. And a lot of people are wondering like what this means, and then we slowly start to realize that for some reason, I think it's only a mobile issue from what I've seen, where if you go in mobile and check your inventory, all your items or a lot of your inventory items are just missing for some reason, and you can't access them at all. And I've seen some people saying that restarting the app works, but for a bunch of people, it just keeps happening over and over again with more items. So it's a pretty annoying glitch because a lot of people think they are losing their items. Like I just saw this post here on the Reddit of someone saying that for some reason all their like egg hunt eggs went missing, and there's been so much other posts recently of people being like, my items are missing. So the glitch has been around for a while, but it seems like it's getting worse now because I've just seen a bunch of posts just out of nowhere recently of people saying the exact same thing. It could be a different glitch, but they're basically the same thing. And all that's going on is that this is most likely just a glitch. Like Roblox shouldn't actually be deleting these items from your inventory. And if you check your inventory, they're obviously not going to be there. But if you go to search up the item or you get like a link to the item, you still like should be say like it should say you still own the item, and you should be able to equip it from there if you really need it. So if you experience this glitch or you see someone else experiencing this glitch, your items aren't technically gone. You still own them. It's just a glitch showing that they're missing. In general though, a pretty big glitch and a pretty bad one out of that, because a lot of people don't even understand like it's a glitch and they don't know what's going on. So a lot of people think their items are missing and they think their items are getting deleted or whatever, but it's not. It's actually pretty insane how the issue is still going on though, because like I said, this has been going on for so long now, and as I just said, it seems to be getting worse because over the last few days I've seen more and more posts about this, more than usual. But anyways, move to our next story of a Roblox game actually being sued. So I'm sure most of us have heard of Driving Empire. It has almost 1 billion visits and always like a couple 10,000 active, and in general it's just a very big Roblox game. And if you aren't aware, as the name suggests, it's just a game about driving and whatever. And the thing about Driving Empire that's a bit different to other driving games is that a lot of their cars and models are actually based off like their real life versions. And I think in some instances they use the logo, or in general they like completely recreate vehicles in real life to Roblox, which sounds fine, it doesn't sound harmless, but over the past like for a long time now, they've been getting lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit and like copyright takedown requests from companies, because companies realize that they're using like their assets and whatever, and they just take it down and ask them to take down the items. A big article was just released going over every single like lawsuit and company they had problems with, and it seems to be getting worse because there's so much companies and brands that have stepped in now. There's a tweet here going over every single one, and in total there's 11 different brands, Bentley, BMW, and just so much more. And a lot of these are major big brands, which is pretty insane. And all these have issued takedown notices to Driving Empire apparently this month. So Driving Empire has experienced issues before, like we've seen them have lawsuits before, but now they got 11 more from 11 different companies in a month. which is actually insane. And this game is actually in so much trouble. I'm surprised it didn't get taken down. And I mean, in general, I feel like there's two sides to this for reading the comments. There's one set of people who think that it's deserved and they think it's fair that the companies are taking down the assets because it technically is their like assets and property. But on the other hand, a lot of people think it's a dump for the car companies because they're ruining the fun for other players, and in general people think it's like too harsh. Overall though, this is a really big issue because I'm pretty sure a lot of times people actually spend real money to get these cars, and a lot of times they have to be removed. So Driving Empire has to keep issuing like refunds, and they have to keep removing all these cars or changing up the assets. And the fact they got like 11 more, or like have 11 in total, is actually just wild. And I feel like at this point they should just remove every other brand from the game, because it seems like based on this, sooner or later another brand's probably going to sue them. But anyways, moving to our next story, something pretty interesting happening where a Roblox player is hacking people. Not really hacking, but you'll see what I mean. So recently a lot of players went to check like their creation tab and whatever, and they realized that there's games and stuff in their tabs that they didn't make, and it's from other users. And there's been like a few people doing this to like a bunch of people, and they purposely have like inappropriate usernames that they bypass somehow, and they make the game that they add like a joke. Like, let me just show you what they say. So this person tweeted us saying like, why is this in my localization tab? Because they didn't make the game. And as we can see, the game is literally self-aware of this. It says, you shouldn't be able to see this game in your translation page. Roblox is broken. So the people doing this know they're like abusing the system and using like a glitch or whatever to get this into people's tab and whatever. And I mean, they're using the opportunity to literally tell people and like tell them what's going on. And as you can probably notice, the username I had to censor out obviously, but it is an inappropriate username, which he somehow bypassed. But to be fair, every once in a while now, for some reason, the chat filter always breaks. Like, it's actually pretty normal at this point. And we've seen that specific word get bypassed a lot, so it isn't actually that crazy. And what this person got was pretty harmless. But obviously, with this being Roblox, a lot of people started abusing this. I was reading some of the comments, and a lot of people are saying that people were using this to their advantage to recommend people like super inappropriate games, and they would add inappropriate games to a bunch of people's like section. And surprisingly, they would even have like super inappropriate like icons that didn't get moderated, and they would just put this into a bunch of people's account without them knowing. And then when they went to check, obviously it was really bad for them. And to make it even worse, like you can only imagine, like you don't control the users who get these pop-ups. I mean, they do, they pick, but they don't know much about the user. So what if there's like a kid who got stuff like this, you know? That's pretty crazy. Now with that all being said, you're probably wondering, how is this possible? And how are these people like kind of hacking accounts and like putting random games that they don't own into like their game tab and whatever? And well, apparently this has to do with an issue that's been going on for a while now. So like a month ago now actually, there's this big like glitch going around where if you were in a group with somebody else, like they don't have to be the owner or anything, they could send you an email inviting you to their Roblox game, and you would get an email. And people use this ability to, or this glitch to spam people's emails and promote the Roblox game. And apparently using that same process, even if people turn off their emails, you can still invite people through like that group glitch, which then causes their game or whatever game you want to pop up in their feed, which is how these people are kind of bypassing the system, which is pretty insane. But it gets even worse, like I showed how people are promoting like super bad games to a bunch of random people. In general though, a pretty horrible situation, and hopefully Roblox fixes it soon because it's been going on for a while now. And anyways, moving to our last story, Roblox actually scamming people, and this is actually really bad. So right now there's a big glitch going around where for some reason Roblox would tell people that the item is free or an item costs an amount of Robux, but it actually isn't free. So like look here, for example, this hat here, the Palm Purin or however you pronounce the hat, it says it's free, but if you look at the resellers and like the quantity sold and whatever, you can tell it's actually a limited item and it actually costs like 1,000 Robux. And a lot of people actually end up just buying this stuff when it says free, and they don't actually pay attention to say how much Robux it costs because they think it's free. And a lot of people have lost thousands of Robux to this. And the weird thing is, it's not even only for free items. There's items that they would say is cheaper than it actually is. Like look here for another example. These Doughboy shades, they say it's 100 Robux, but if you go to actually buy it, it's 25,000 Robux, so it's not even accurate at all. And it seems to be a glitch with like Roblox's like system with limiteds, because all these items are limiteds, and it seems like Roblox's like system for some reason isn't catching up with what like the new limited price is, because like both these items might have been free or cost like 100 Robux at one point, but they're not updating and showing like the updated price for some reason. Because like even if it seems dumb, a lot of people just see like the initial like buy free thing, and they're so used to just buying items that they just click buy without even thinking about like checking how much it costs. A lot of people just click buy because they see it's free and they think it's free and buy it and just end up losing a bunch of Robux by accident. It's not like people are being scammed for like a couple of Robux. People are losing thousands of Robux over this. There's a pretty big issue going on, and if you enjoyed this video, Roblox is in big trouble, and see you in the next one.